And Angel Reese, she was fired up after the win. She posted this. It's now a deleted comment on social media, but she'd said, quote, "And that's on getting a win in a packed arena, not just because of one player on our charter flights." Skytown.
Angel Reese, previously regarded as one of the most promising young players in women's basketball, has delivered a bombshell after her unexpected departure from the Chicago Sky. What really happened, what caused her firing, and why has this crisis become so explosive that it is rocking the league to its foundation? Stay tuned, because we're going to break everything down, exposing the drama, claims, and aftermath of one of the most scandalous scandals in WNBA history. You will want to take advantage of it.
Both of you guys, just what was your perspective and kind of just from where you were on the court? What did you see on that double tech on Angel?
She got ejected. She got 2 techs. She said something to the ref, and so whatever he felt like was the correct call is what he made. It's more about composure for us in our young years in the WNBA. So, you know, you gotta get to know refs and how they respond to things.
Angel Reese, a name that once excited basketball fans, was seen as one of the WNBA's next great things with her exceptional court abilities, unrivaled athleticism, and strong resolve. Many thought she was about to take the league by storm in college, re-dominated the game, catching the attention of scouts, pundits, and fans. Her WNBA debut was widely anticipated, and the Chicago Sky considered her a vital asset for the future.
We'll give it up to Allen. They're going to give up that shot to her. Reese puts it up. Count the bucket. Body bucket and one for Angel.
She was called a potential cornerstone player for the Sky, poised to usher in a new era of success for the club. Many people anticipated that her battle with Caitlin Clark would become one of the most legendary matchups in women's basketball history. The setting was set for Reese to become a household star and lead her squad to success. However, things took an unexpected dark turn. Edwards
back on board in terms of touches, in terms of decision making, but right there, Reese plucks it away.
Carter goes to Reese. Count the bucket and the foul.
Momentum right now swings to the Chicago Sky, and it's been their defense that has really made the biggest difference. Their ability to get out into the open.
OUV mentioned it all evening. Reese's first season with the Chicago Sky could have lived up to expectations. Despite glimpses of brilliance on the court, the squad struggled throughout the season, losing more games than it won. A terrible 13-27 record has left fans and observers wondering what went wrong, while some ascribe the team's poor performance to chemistry concerns. Others blame the coaching staff for failing to use Reese's skills adequately behind the scenes. However, there was much more going on than anybody realized.
You've mentioned it all evening long, though. It's just been so hard for New York to get stops. Chicago again, and one opportunity, Angel Reese. The way Chicago has responded to New York taking the lead.
It shows a lot of grit.
Rumors circulated of a rift between Angel Reese and the head coach Teresa Weatherspoon. These rumors began as murmurs of arguments and miscommunications, but they quickly developed into something much more. Insiders described a serious cultural conflict between Reese and Weatherspoon, which was becoming hard to ignore.
But regardless of that, I have a tremendous amount of respect for this team and this coaching staff and what they're doing tonight.
That's a great shot. You got Angel Reese, your star rookie.
Then came the bombshell. Angel Reese stated that she felt betrayed by someone she had previously trusted. In an unexpected turn of events, Reese publicly accused Weatherspoon of pushing her too hard and reportedly encouraged her to take dramatic steps to improve her performance. This accusation shook the WNBA world. What precisely were the severe measures? According to accounts, Reese stated that Weatherspoon had a role in her choice to use performance-enhancing chemicals. Let us halt here for a while. If accurate, this claim would drastically change the story of Reese's on-court troubles. Instead of a simple instance of a player underperforming, this was growing up to be a scandal with far-reaching implications. What about the fans? They were speculating.
Well, once you hear it and you've heard it and you've spoken about it, you move on. you move on from it. And that's what we did as a team. We spoke about it. We did what we had to do as a team to speak about how we conduct ourselves, and we moved on from there. The world kept speaking. You let the world keep speaking, but you have a job to do. And that's to get back between those four lines and get yourselves together to prepare to go back out and compete. And that's what we did.
Reports started to emerge that Angel Reese had tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. The news slammed like a sledgehammer, destroying the image of the rising star who is expected to dominate the league. Reese allegedly resorted to these medications to cope with the increasing strain of playing against players like Caitlin Clark, who had been rewriting the WNBA's record books in her first season, however. Why would Reese stoop to such measures? According to some sources, the pressure to remain relevant in a league dominated by stars like Clark drove her to make poor judgments. Reese, who had always flourished on the floor, started to feel overshadowed. Reese found it difficult to stay up both physically and psychologically, while Clark broke records and signed huge sponsorship agreements.
She meant everything to me. I mean,
love you, kiddo.
I've had amazing coaches in my career, but this one is like special. She understands with me off the court. She understands me on the court. She believes in me. Shots that I take that she wants me to take, she believes in me that I may not believe in myself. So being able to come to the league and feel at home, being able to be here. I remember sitting on the computer talking to her when I was going through the process of the draft process, and I was like, please, God, let me go to Chicago. Like, please, I don't care where I drop to, let me go to Chicago. Because we know that feeling when you know somebody loves you and believes in you, not just as a basketball player, but as a human being. It's special. And just coming from her, like, I'm away from home. My mom believes that I'm okay away from home. So it's family here, and I just feel I'm blessed to have Coach.
This pressure resulted in one of the most major scandals in WNBA history. Reese's suspected use of performance-enhancing drugs, and even worse, allegations that her coach may have had a role in pushing her down this road. The consequences did not end with Reese. Teresa Weatherspoon, a recognized coach and former player, found herself engaged in the scandal. Weatherspoon had only been with the Chicago Sky for a short time, but her time there was defined by increasing irritation, pressured to turn around a losing season, and eventually a mistake that might have lost both her and Reese their jobs.
She meant everything to me. I mean,
love you, kiddo.
I've had amazing coaches in my career, but this one is like special. She understands with me off the court. She understands me on the court. She believes in me. Shots that I take that she wants me to take, she believes in me that I may not believe in myself. So being able to come to the league and feel at home, being able to be here. I remember sitting on the computer talking to her when I was going through the process of the draft process, and I was like, please, God, let me go to Chicago. Like, please, I don't care where I drop to, let me go to Chicago. Because we know that feeling when you know somebody loves you and believes in you, not just as a basketball player, but as a human being. It's special. And just coming from her, like, I'm away from home. My mom believes that I'm okay away from home. So it's family here, and I just feel I'm blessed to have Coach.
Weatherspoon's role in the affair became a source of dispute. Did she genuinely push Reese to take performance-enhancing drugs, or was this just a player making excuses for her own bad choices? Regardless, the charges tarnished Weatherspoon's image, and she was fired as head coach shortly after the story surfaced. The Chicago Sky, trying to restore its reputation and separate itself from the issue, acted quickly. Reese was suspended awaiting an inquiry into her drug test results, while Weatherspoon was discreetly let go, but the harm was already done. The crew, once optimistic about the future, was now dealing with a public relations nightmare.
Third quarter, and here's the moment everyone's going to be talking about. This is Caitlin Clark going to the hole, and that's Angel Reese with the foul. Hits her in the head. It's a flagrant one. What do we see?
Yeah, Angel Reese, it looks like she's trying to get the block shot. It's frustrating for Chicago fans because Isabel Harrison was right there to make a beautiful play, but Izzy hits her with the body. Angel hits her in the head.
Fans and reviewers were split. Some defended Angel Reese, claiming that the pressure on her was unjustified and that people around her had exploited her. Others regarded her as the villain, someone who had willfully violated the rules and betrayed her teammates. Regardless of whatever side people took, one thing was clear: Reese's career was at significant risk. As with every scientific incident in today's society, social media was flooded with comments on the news. Fans, commentators, and even former players weighed in on the matter, expressing their perspectives and opinions. Hashtags like Unice Scandal and Weatherspoon Betrayal trended for days as people discussed the scandal's aftermath.
We'll have more thoughts on it in a moment. In the meantime, when this game was being decided, it was Caitlin Clark knocking down big shots. She had 23 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds. And here she will find Alyssa Smith for the dagger layup. Angel Reese had 11 points, 13 boards, and the Fever get the win. Here they are, the two rivals after the game.
Reese's squad, the Chicago Sky, made it obvious that they would be moving on. The message was clear: they couldn't afford to maintain someone who was such a burden. Reese was formally released from the squad, ending her time with the Sky in shame following her termination. Angel Reese finally came up throwing a bombshell of her own in a poignant interview. Reese denied using performance-enhancing drugs. She stated that she was pushed to her breaking point by the league, her coach, and the media.
I think so many people are watching women's basketball right now. It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me, too, and I want y'all to realize that. Like, it's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game, and Kennedy has been here before, obviously, but there are so many great players in this league that have deserved this for a really, really long time, and luckily, it's coming now.